Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is NefandEli, and you can find my information in the description box below. So this is going to be a couple of channeled messages for the Taurus full moon eclipse. You can check out my community page where I did a post going over the astrology of the eclipse and how it will affect you by sign. And crystal and spirit animal is also there for you, so please check that out. But this Taurus full moon eclipse has a very practical energy to it. And what Spirit is telling me is that there's a lot of action steps that can be taken to really harness the energy of this full moon eclipse. So the first channeled message that came through was no reconciliations. Now, you take this if it resonates, because I feel like this may be more of a specific message for some people. I know it is for me, but I've been seeing a lot of dogs and dolphins in my visualizations and meditations. And to me, as spirit animals, these are energies that are playful, right? Fun. You know, we think of dolphins and dogs as positive animals, right? Animals that make us laugh, animals that are playful, right? But what I pick up from these energies is that these are energies that want to come in and play with you, okay? Dolphins sometimes represent a soulmate, and dogs represent somebody that's only loyal to you because you're feeding them. So the vibe that I'm getting from dolphin and dog showing up is that somebody that is a karmic soulmate, or perhaps even a twin flame or a divine counterpart that's in real player inconsistent energy is going to try to come into your vibe, okay? Going to try to reconnect to you, reconcile with you. Spirit says that this person needs to make a lot of changes, that they need to heal, they need to come out of this player energy before they can reconnect to you. But specifically with these animals, what I saw was that they were aggressive, that they were trying to force their way into my energy. So for some of you, again, there could be a karmic soulmate that you cut off, somebody that you decided to move away from, trying to force their way back into your energy, because they can feel you moving on, they can feel you ascending, they can feel you really letting them go with this eclipse energy. So Spirit says no reconciliations. People can change, people do change, but it takes time and it takes dedication and commitment on their part. Typically, when somebody betrays you, they're going to do it again if you let them back into your energy, okay? I don't know what it is about that energy of betrayal that repeats itself. People that are on the vibrational level to mishandle you typically don't come out of that energy. I don't know if I'm making sense, but when somebody betrays you once, they'll typically do it again. So you have to allow time for people to heal, to change, to decide if they want to change, right? The second message that came through was to pay attention to your nutrition. And I mean really, really paying attention. Taurus is about, the practical side of things, pleasure and things that nourish our soul, things that make us feel stable. And so nutrition is definitely one of those things. Do some research on nutrition plans and find one that is right for you, that you can stick to, that you can really incorporate into your life for the long term. Okay, so this is not going to be a fad diet. This isn't going to be anything that's extreme. Okay, this is going to be something that's balanced, something that is going to be enjoyable for you. I have been a vegan for, yesterday was my 14-year anniversary. And so I find that a whole foods vegan diet with minimally processed foods and low fat tends to work best for me. I don't count calories unless I'm going through like a fat loss phase where I need to watch my calories, because the only way that you can lose fat is by calorie restriction below your maintenance, right? But other than that, I don't count calories. I try to stick to whole foods and minimally processed foods, and I try to eat a regular breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a few snacks in between. But 95 to 98% of my food is from a whole food source. So what is a whole food? If it walks, if it swims, if it flies, if it grows out of the ground, that's a whole food. Now, again, I'm vegan, so I don't, you know, the first three categories don't apply to me. But if you are not vegan, if it walks, if it swims, if it flies, if it grows out of the ground, that's a whole food. So again, do some research. Trial and error is going to be involved when it comes to diet and nutrition. So allow yourself some time to experiment, to see how specific foods feel in your body and how they affect your energy levels, your digestion, things like that. The third message that came through was to stay on top of your spiritual hygiene. And I know I've said this many times. I know other readers talk about this, but the practical things, right? That's your spiritual baths, saging your home, doing your meditations, your prayer time, writing your affirmations, doing fasting and cleansing work as it resonates with you. There's all kinds of different fasts and cleanses that you can do. So again, do some research. But typically a 3-day water fast will work for a lot of people, or you can do like a 7-day juice cleanse. Anything beyond 7 days, I always recommend that you have some sort of professional support, because it can get very challenging after 7 days to stay consistent and to maintain your energy levels. So doing your cleansing and energy protection work on a consistent basis, using sound frequencies, using your crystals, right? Prayer, doing your return to sender work. These are all going to be things that you need to be very, very consistent with. I keep hearing from Spirit that something very significant is going to happen in March of 2024. So that's about 18 months from now, give or take. So from now until then, I highly, highly recommend that you stay consistent with your nutrition, with your spiritual hygiene, and be very, very discerning about who you allow into your energy. Be very discerning about who you are reconciling with, because again, that message of no reconciliation may be specific, but there are people that are just not willing to heal. They're not willing to do the work. They're not brave enough. They're not courageous enough. They're not willing to build up these energies within themselves so that they can ascend. And so what they're doing is trying to pull you down, trying to pull you back, stop you, block you from moving forward. So be very, very careful about who you allow into your energy. Trust your intuition and follow it. Connect with your ancestors, with your angels, your teachers, your guides, and they will give you the insight, because they see things that we don't see. They hear conversations that we don't hear. So listen to them, trust their guidance, even if it doesn't make logical sense to not reconcile with somebody, because maybe you've known this person for 20 years. Maybe you can see some improvements in their life, right? Or maybe you still have feelings for this person. But if Spirit says it's a no, it is a no. Don't question it. Just trust your intuition and follow it. All right? So I hope these messages were helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Taurus full moon eclipse. Namaste.